Welcome back. Our guest today really knows what makes a good joke, a great joke, a killer joke. Laurie Kilmartin worked on Conan O'Brien's hit show on TBS, helping write, that's where I'm going to start with her, writing the monologue for all 11 years on TBS. She's also a New York Times best-selling author and an incredible stand-up. Look at this.
I'm assuming there's some single parents here tonight. A couple? Yeah. Thanks for coming out here. I appreciate it. The rest of you guys, statistically, many of you will be single parents. Sorry. I know you're in a great relationship now, but I have bad news for you. Love dies and children live.
Laurie is in town this weekend for shows at the legendary Acme Comedy Club. Audience, give it up for Laurie Kilmartin, everybody.
Oh my God! Hi!
Hi! Oh my God, thank you. Yeah, I'm a hugger.
All right, cool. Nice. Thank you.
Hi.
I love it. Oh my God.
How you doing?
Good. I've been watching this show since I landed Tuesday night. Well, I've been watching clips and stuff. This is a great show.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that means a lot coming from you.
Is it syndicated?
Yeah.
I love it. That's great.
Yeah, that means a lot coming from you.
Yeah.
I told the producers, I'm like, I'm going to spend the whole first segment because I have such respect for what you do.
You haven't seen it.
No, just both aspects, or two aspects of your career. Writing and then stand-up comics. I just have a treasure chest of respect, but I want to start with origins. I know for me, Carson, Conan, but really Carson and Letterman inspired me, and I'm from Chicago, so Oprah, kind of the triangle. Yeah. For you, Carol Burnett, right?
Oh my God, I think every woman my age was raised on Carol Burnett, right?
Yeah.
That's where you sit and watch with your mom, and it's like, oh, that's what makes my mom laugh. Okay, let me try that.
And isn't it, I always say to young folks, I said, we'll never see another, for a variety of reasons, another show like that come around again. I mean, because it was just the whole thing. I mean, it was the band and the skits, and it just was.
I know.
Yeah.
And just the way TV is so stratified now, and you know, no one watches the same things anymore. So yeah. I
usually try to either start or end an interview with a compliment. I want to start by saying, and I literally just said it this week, when you guys were on, when Conan was on TBS, and being a love of late night, we would roll clips. We used to do a thing called Late Night Rewind. We sometimes still do it. I always said, you guys, if you paired, and I love all the Jimmys, but if you put your monologue, Conan's monologue, up against Kimmel and Fallon, and for a while Letterman, and I love Dave, every night you guys had the most crisp and best monologue. Seriously, I've said it when we've been on for 10 years. I said it for 10 years. What is, in a Reader's Digest version, what is the process like for people that have no idea of putting that together?
Well, I also credit Conan. He's a joke teller. He's a classic setup, punchline joke teller, you know? So that's the kind of stuff he wanted from us. It wasn't casual or conversational. It was like setup, punch. And we would...
that's it, because Letterman could be story-esque.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Conan wasn't, because Conan was not like that. He would go off from jokes and maybe, riff with Andy or the crowd and stuff like that, but he liked the mono to be really structured, a structured thing to bounce off of.
Okay.
So we would meet in the morning. We'd make a list of premises, just setups, like the first half of the joke, based off of news events, horny, Build-A-Bears, whatever, what have you. That was very traumatizing for me in the green room, Jason.
I'm sorry, right? but if you would have had a story like that, writing, that would have been a field day, right?
I know.
I thought of you during that set. I'm like, God, Conan would have loved that.
Yeah, we leave work early that day. Yeah. Right. So, and we would just go through that a couple times, and when it went down, we would write, myself and Brian Kiley, another monologue writer who's a great comedian. He has a great special out there, and there's other mono writers too, but we'd write over 100 or so, maybe 200 jokes in a day, and a lot of them sucked, trust me. And Conan would, he'd find the good ones. He would find the gold in there, and that's how he picked the mono, And we would like bring them to him, and then we'd craft them together and rewrite them and tweak them and stuff like that. So,
what does it feel like for you, whether it's a joke that you write for Conan and we're going to obviously talk about you in the next segment, but what is it like? For people that don't do this for a living, the feeling that you get, it's almost like a drug when a joke that you write, construct, lands, and the crowd roars. That has to feel fantastic.
It feels good. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I tell jokes for a living too, my own stuff, and so that's a different feeling. And when you write something and someone like, in my case, Conan O'Brien says it and it works, you're like, oh, I can't believe it, Because and still in my head, he's Conan O'Brien, who I watched on television for so long. So,
do you ever get past that?
No, I mean, a lot, but, we're working on the Oscars now, and sometimes I'm still like, I'm working on the Oscars for Conan? This is crazy, yeah.
I've said that too. I don't think there's anybody better equipped, and I know I'm a fan and you work with them. I've said this, I don't think there's anybody better equipped to handle all of the stuff that you have to deal with.
I know.
Are you having daily Zoom meetings?
Oh no, I will go right to Zoom from the show. Yeah. It's.
Are things changing by literally the hour?
Yes, I feel like we have so many jokes, and the stuff we wrote in January doesn't work now. You know what I mean? Like
January.
Yeah.
It was a month ago.
I know, things are changing daily, and I pretty much think the morning of March 2nd, we will know the tone and the feeling in the city, whether it's coming out of the wildfires, Of course, that had a devastating effect on Los Angeles, so people are coming out of that a little bit. And then all the controversies.
Amelia Perez.
I know, it's crazy.
God bless you. I mean, seriously, may the good Lord be with you.
I know.
More with Laurie when we come back. Back in a moment. I said to Jeff, our executive producer, I said, God bless. Let's make it okay. Welcome back, everybody. Laurie Kilmartin's here. If you're watching us locally, go see her perform Friday and Saturday night at Acme Comedy Club in Minneapolis. If you're watching us from across the country, follow Laurie on socials for a date near you.
Hold on. What? I'm told I had lipstick on my teeth during the first segment.
A lot of activity happened in that commercial break. Floor director Victoria was protecting you and came over for a lipstick check.
Well, actually, I do that on purpose, and I'm angry that she took it off. Now, it's to let you know.
Damn it, Victoria.
It's to let you know I'm more of a writer than anything else. And I cannot put makeup on myself. Correct.
How long does it, as I said in the first seg there, I have such a respect for, now let's talk the stand-up aspect of it. How long, Laurie, does it take you to construct a set?
Oh, I just write it joke by joke.
Do you?
Yeah. So you end up, I mean, I think other, like the British comics seem to do an hour, do it at Edinburgh, and then drop it and start from scratch, which is horrifying to me because the first couple of months you're having people pay to see you and you've got nothing. So I just write joke by joke and then drop them as soon as I can if I get sick of them.
Is your family a big inspiration?
Yeah.
Not inspiration, source of material.
Well,
Let me replace that word. Yeah.
I have a son, and he's 18. You heard about him earlier. He's 18 now. So he's a senior in high school, and I love it. And I feel like my shift is almost over. And, and people go, oh, you never stop being a mom. And I'm like, watch me. I checked out about 8 months ago, honestly. No one's even noticed. But also, both my parents died, and I have a ton of comedy about dead parents. So,
That's
I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but some people.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you, I'm not going to phrase this well, didn't you bring us into the experience of the impending of the deaths?
Yes, I live tweeted both of my dad died of lung cancer, and so when he was in hospice, I couldn't go do stand-up. I was just hanging out with my dad, so I just started tweeting jokes I would have done at night, and people started paying attention. So that was 9 days of jokes about my dad dying, and then I know. And then
half the audience they don't know, should I laugh at that? What should I? Yeah.
I did a whole special about it, and I have a book called Dead People Suck about it. And then my mom got COVID, and I was like, all right, Mom, you know what's happening, right? And so
we're serving you up for jokes, Mom.
Yes, thank you, Mom, for dying. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she died very early during COVID. She got it before the vaccines, and so I live tweeted that too. And I think that was one of the first times people were talking about what happens during it, and definitely in joke form. But all of a sudden just communicating on the iPad and all that kind of stuff, it was like a really uniquely horrific way to die that happened for like 8 months in this country. And so, to me, I was like, let's do some comedy.
Well, and I don't want to get all Oprah, but did it help?
Whatever happened to her? A terrible model.
No, but I mean, question-wise, like, did it help you? Because, a lot of comedy comes from trauma and comes from, and I say it about, I was in the news business before I did that, and I said the audience would be appalled by what we laughed at in the newsroom as a release.
Right.
As a release. Did it help you deal with what you were dealing with?
Yes, to me it was, because jokes are like little math problems that you're trying to solve. And so for me to disassociate a little bit and be able to just write a joke about, this incredibly bizarre, terrifying situation was very helpful. Yeah.
Well, I please come back whenever you're in the city.
Of course.
Yeah, you're the best. Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
so
It was so
much
nice
for
meeting
having
you.
me.
Give it up for Laurie, everybody. Follow her on social media. Like I said, if you're watching locally, acmecomedycompany.com. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean it. Thank you so much.